Okay, that was like one of the most chaotic Winnipeg Jets games I've seen. I think in a couple of years. I feel like that was just awesome. It was a great game. It was a terrible game, and I loved absolutely every second of it. Jets win by a score of 6-4 in Game 7 out of 82 for the Jets 2022-2023 campaign. Welcome back to Recap Reactions. I am just this game was just awesome. Like I've been waiting for a game like this from the Jets where they just play some chaotic hockey and somehow come out on top. And this was just a great game for entertainment value. It wasn't perfect, but what this game showed more than anything was heart. I don't remember the last time I saw the Jets battle back like this when they were down and play this style of hockey. It feels like it's been years. Like they said, I just found out that this is the first time since 2021 the Jets have scored 5 goals, and like it's been a long time. 5-goal game. Like that is crazy. The fact that they have not scored 5 goals in a game, and considering how many good scorers there are on this team, that's the first time that they do that. Like the Jets just come out of this game and then they just play great and terrible. Like I said, it was just, who cares? Like this game, you can pick it apart, but to me, what this game shows is that there will be times this year where the Jets will make mistakes, where they will, screw up and, be down in a deficit like they were tonight. This was not a pretty game. And when you look at this game, Mark Scheifele gets it going 1-0. Obviously, the Kings, in my opinion, and I think in almost everyone's opinion, really had a good control of the first, I'd say, 5 minutes of that game, really, until that Scheifele goal. Like, that first 5 minutes of the first period was all really Kings hockey, in my opinion. And then Mark Scheifele comes in, scores that goal unassisted, and things are like, oh, the Jets are coming in there, getting a sneaky little goal and a mistake. That's how they're going to win against a young Kings team. They're going to have to take advantage of the mistakes that they're going to do if they do them often, obviously. And then what happens? The Kings score 3 straight unanswered goals. And then before the end of the period, Adam Lowry shorthanded on a breakaway opportunity, as he somehow always gets nowadays, his first of the year. And of course, it's shorthanded, like I already said. This guy is just, I think that's 6 shorthanded goals going last year, and then discounting this one already. So we'll see how many he gets from the last 2 seasons at the end of this year. But crazy already to see Adam Lowry getting another shorthanded goal, and like I said, his first from Gustafsson and DeMello. I really like DeMello this game. I just got to say that because he missed a completely wide open net. And it was just like, you got to be kidding me. Like, it was bad. It was bad. But other than that, though, I liked DeMello tonight. But I just got to get that out there, that was a bad empty net. I should pull up the photo, but I'm not even going to do it to him because I don't want to diss DeMello, but I keep bringing that up because it's going to live in his mind for the rest of his life. But that was not a good look. But DeMello was good tonight, though. But this whole first period, it's just all over the place. The Jets not playing good to start the game. Then they get a lucky goal and they get the lead. But then it doesn't matter because the defense completely crumbles. Connor Hellebuck is just standing there, facing an entire charge, basically, of LA Kings players. One lone soldier can only, stay alive for so long. It's like Boromir in Lord of the Rings, spoiler alert, but you can only get shot so many times with an arrow before you finally fall down, and that's exactly what happened with Hellebuck, especially on the third goal in that first period, the Velarde goal. Just sad to watch a little bit because Hellebuck was fantastic tonight, and I just felt like this first period was going to be a prime example of Hellebuck having a fantastic game and then just the Jets shitting the bed completely in front of him, but it wasn't that case. Hellebuck was great all game long. It really, really held the fort for the Jets when the time mattered, and like I said, that first period was ugly, but then what happens? The Jets, coming from that Adam Lowry goal, score the next 3 goals. So with Lowry at the end of the first period, then Pierre-Luc Dubois to start it off on the power play very early on, gets his 3rd of the season from Kyle Connor and Josh Morrissey. It's already 6 assists for Josh Morrissey. I took him in fantasy with one of my last picks, and I'm quite happy with that one. But nonetheless, though, that's already a good start there. You're getting back in, you're getting the momentum, you're keeping the momentum from that shorthanded goal. And like I said, that shorthanded goal, not only was it just crucial because it's just Adam Lowry doing Adam Lowry's thing, and that's just good to see that carrying over, that this is, a very common trend in his game, it looks like now at this point, but they're bouncing back. They're going off of that momentum. They're playing hard in the second. They've got a lot of wind underneath their skates, and they're just flying out there, and this is exactly what you need to see from the Jets based on the last couple of seasons because they didn't fight back. They didn't have that hunger to play a full game of hockey and climb back when they needed to, and this game was a prime example of that because they get 3 unanswered goals. goals, 2 in the second. The only 2 goals in the second are the Winnipeg Jets goals. Pierre-Luc Dubois gets his third, like I said, and then Nate Schmidt, a great play there with a lot of traffic in front from Adam Lowry and Morgan Barron. That's Barron's first assist on the season. Really good play there before the end of the second period, and that's exactly what you want to see for the Jets. 2 quick goals near the end of the second period after playing a very good, tough second period where the Kings were good all game long, don't get me wrong, but they were able to hold their own and battle back because the Kings had all the momentum, don't get me wrong. Second period ends, the Jets are up on top, things are looking pretty damn good, and just it's just crazy, like, because I also forgot to mention the fact that that whole thing happens with, like, it's just the whole penalty kill tonight and the amount of shorthanded chances that they had and they didn't score on. Like, I gotta say, like, tonight just was an interesting game of hockey, to say the least, on that. But then the second period just, I thought, was a really, probably one of the best periods I've seen in the Jets play in a while, I would say. And it's not because it was perfect hockey, but to me, this was exactly what I wanted to see under a new coaching regime. This felt like a new Jets squad, playing with a little bit more new swagger and just a little bit more oomph, like this fire in their hearts. And they wanted to come out there and win this game. You could just tell that they did not want to lose and they wanted to battle back. That's something that I feel like I have not seen in this team for the last couple of seasons. So really happy to see that today. And like I said, the Jets right now, they get above 500 with this win, going 4-3. That's really good. You go into Arizona for their home opener. You got to keep the ball rolling. Last year, they were never able to get a win streak going. If you can get a 3-game win streak going early in the season, get a couple games above 500, that is exactly where you need to be with your confidence level gelling. Because remember, Rick Bowness still ain't even there. So if he can do this much with being on a Zoom call, imagine what he could do actually behind the bench. But that second period was just great hockey by the Winnipeg Jets. The third period starts up, and again, really good hockey back and forth. This whole third period, I was just glued to the TV. It felt like scoring opportunities left, right, and center, great goaltending, and then out of nowhere, Trevor Moore comes in and then gets that goal, ties it up, and then, okay, what are you going to do now? The 5 minutes, it's really good into that third period, like I said. What do you do? This was the moment where I was like, okay, Jets so far have been playing great. What do? And they didn't fold. They didn't play aggressive hockey. They played a more defensive style that complemented, their opportunity of scoring, if that makes any sense. I can't. The best way to put it basically is the Jets kind of like they were stalking their prey, like they were like a lion almost, or something like that. They were waiting in the tall grass. They were being patient. They were they were playing with the Kings a little bit. It felt like they were just doing a really defensive game, reading things, getting looks back and forth, but nothing really concrete that would define which team had the lead in that third period. But then out of nowhere, bad turnaround, bad turnovers, and Axel Johnson gets his first in the Winnipeg Jets, his 5th point in the NHL from Brendan Dillon late into that period. And what do you know? The Winnipeg Jets have a lead with 5 minutes left in that game. Oh my God. Now this is the moment that's crucial in this game, because we already know it ended, but during it, I bet you all felt the same way. You've seen the Jets battle back from being down a lot of goals. You've seen them play hard over a full 60 minutes of hockey, even when they've had bad shifts and, bad stretches where they've given up goals. That's really important. What do they do with the lead? Can they actually hold it? Does all of this actually matter if you can actually seal the deal? And they do. Blake Wheeler gets the empty netter. That's his first of the year, again, from Morgan Barron. He gets a 2-point night. That's really good. You'd like to see that. I think Morgan Barron could have a really good breakout year with the Jets on that third line. I really want to see him and Mason Appleton gel together, because we just gave Mason Appleton that contract. If he can really turn into something and Lowry can keep this offense going and then Barron slots in there, that's a really good powerhouse third line that's got some possession, got some speed, and some physicality, which is something definitely you want out of a third line. I'd love to have a scoring, hitting third line. That'd be very fun to watch. But nonetheless, though, the Jets end up winning this game, like I said at the start of this video, 6-4. It was messy, it was ugly, it was entertaining, it was just a hell of a good time to watch a hockey game. Just everything you want out of a hockey game, this was it, in my opinion. And this just showed so much for this team and its future this year, because, I don't really think there was a game last year where the Jets had an opportunity to really battle back and win the game, especially down like this. This is something that you would see from a Jets team from a few years ago, when they were, actually near that top of that Central Division. They were fighting still to, the Western Conference final team the year after that. This team felt different. I haven't watched a team like this in a long time. Probably going back to almost 2019, before COVID, I would feel like. or even then it was still kind of starting to fall apart. But this was just a really good game for the Jets because they played as a team and battled back, and that's all that matters. Is they got lucky, they played hard, and they got themselves out of a deficit and won the hockey game. Win the next one, get a win streak going. That's exactly the type of stuff you need to be able to be successful this season compared to where you were last year. Games like this where the Jets might battle back, score a couple goals, but might lose, let's say they lose 4-3 or something like that, or even 5-4 or whatever it is. The Jets just didn't win those games when they battled back, and tonight they did. And I don't know. That excites me, and I hope that they'll be able to carry this momentum into the future and remember that they can battle back no matter how far they're down and keep that mentality the entire season. That would make me very happy. But let me know what your thoughts were on this game down in the comment section below. Do you feel the same way as me? Do you feel like I'm not being as picky on this game with the bad play? Because I know there was a lot of it, especially in that first period. But I don't know. I just felt like at the end of it, when you can battle back like that and win the game and play that well at times with good goaltending, you can be successful. And that's Jets hockey at its finest, in my opinion. So great game tonight from that standpoint of coming together and winning when it matters, and I hope that they can carry that momentum. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Head down to the description, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and check out all the other affiliated links down there. It means a lot. Thank you all for your support. Drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and if you're not new, turn on notifications if you haven't done so already. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your night. Peace, love, and positivity as always. Go Jets, go, and I will see you guys in the next one.